Hey, what's going on, world? It's me again, Ethan Smith, aka Big Sarge, large and in charge, my one and only self. Taking myself up off the shelf, looking to find my greatest eternal wealth. And you got to do the same for yourself. You know what it is? It's Grunt, speak, Grunt. When we come through, we speak to you and you speak to us too. That's what we do. You part of a certain tribe, you know the vibe, then this thing is for you. That's what Big Sarge say today. Looks like I'm going to be doing this. Wait a minute. I thought I was going to be doing this solo. We might have a special. Look like we got a special guest came in on us today. Whiskey Charlie, what's happening, man?
What's good, Big Sarge? What's good, Big Sarge?
Oh, nothing much. I can't call him a special guest, but I say special guest today because I was just about to say we was going to be without Whiskey Charlie. He was taking care of the family, but he tuned in for us a little bit today. What's going on, Whiskey Charlie?
Oh, yeah, bro. Like, hey, look, man. We're doing that good, man. Hey, I decided to let my brother-in-law get his ass whooped by his son, but we're over here playing a little bit of oh shit! Why don't you let me show you? But
nice. Are you at home, Whiskey Charlie?
Oh yeah, that's a bet. That's a bet, Big Sarge.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey.
There you go. How many days you got off? Whiskey Charlie, how many days you got off?
How many what?
How many days of work do you have off?
Well,
it looked like we got a little bit of snafu with the Whiskey Charlie.
All right, hold up. You see me?
Yeah, I see you.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I got the next 3 days off. Next 3 days off.
Oh man, you're gonna be having a good time then.
Yeah.
You're gonna be having a good time.
Well, yeah, I'm hang out. You know, like I said, hang out with the fam up here.
That's what's up. They're gonna be out there for the holiday, or they just in town for a day or two?
Well, pretty much day two. You gotta think it's holidays, technically. Christmas Eve tomorrow.
I hear y'all listening to the 90s hip hop, the hip hop and R&B flow over there.
Oh, Hey, you know that, Big Sarge. Hey, damn it.
Hey, what's going on, Piper? Appreciate you joining in. What's going on, Tim? What's going on, Piper? Again, I don't know what he just said either, Piper. That's why I was like, I don't know what he was saying. He's in the good spot, he's in the bad spot, but he's in the spot. So we appreciate him coming through today. But thank y'all for tuning in today. But like I was attempting to say, y'all know what it is. It's Grunt Speak. Where we speak to you, you come through and you speak to us too. Everybody welcome, but everybody cannot and will not be a member. You know what you got to do. 11B, 11 Charlie, Marine Corps 0311 2, and my combat infantry guys. I'm talking to you, but the combat arms guys, I appreciate you too. But hey, you might not be right there on the front line with the squad, but you part of the crew. Hey there, little Siley, how you do?
Hey.
Gotta just switch it. You doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all right. I like your ears.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Got some
Hey,
nice earrings on and everything.
Yeah, she knows to use her manners.
Hey, that's what's up. So and with that being said, let me go right ahead and public service announcement. This might not be for your kids, some of the language that's being used, but if you let your kids listen, it'll probably bless their little hearts too. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get on here, we're gonna speak to you, and hopefully you come through and speak to us too. During this holiday season, the reason for giving, and I got so much on my list that I want to give, that I want to discuss today. I don't know how this gonna go, so we just gonna go and see how everything goes. If that cool with you, Whiskey Charlie?
I'm down for that, Big Sarge.
All right, man. I need y'all to get down in the chat. I need y'all to make sure y'all share that. We need to go back and forth today. This is a special day. I know it's the holiday, but this is a very special day as well. So Whiskey Charlie, you got any wins or wars for me today?
Let's see here. Was not prepared for that, but I'm never prepared for that shit, anyways. But I would say that a war would be is that especially with all this COVID shit coming into play with the nation. I got Home Depot coming in and telling me that they are either requiring me to get the shot or get a test every week. So my biggest thing is I don't mind getting a test, but if they ain't gonna pay for it, then I myself, of my opinion and my choice, is going to choose to seek out other job opportunities.
Well, you might as well start a business with all the business sense that you got. You know, you can always take your talent to the people in the red, white, and blue, the Lowe's crew, if you have to. The main thing is to put food on your family's table until you till you create something else that you want to do, especially if that's not something that you want to do. Yeah, I'm not being forced to take no vaccine for nobody. I don't care what they
look, like I told everybody at work, hey, it's my body, my decision, right? Just like the girls out there preaching about, like, hey, I don't want to get abortions. Same thing, I have the same opinion. My body, my decision, right? Like, I don't give a fuck who's out there. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't give a shit if it works for other people. It may not work for me. If it fucks me up, I want anybody and everybody who forces me to get this shit is held accountable for this situation. I'm not against it, but I'm not for it at the same time. Like, I've seen pros and cons, but until I feel myself 100% comfortable with what situation's going on, fuck that. You can fucking eat rocks and go ahead and go get down and give me 500, bro. 500, easy 500, bro.
Hey, man, I ain't mad at you. So I guess that'll be I don't know if that would be a win or a war. You know, I think it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's both because
It is.
it could be a war for the simple fact that this is the way that you've been providing for your family for quite some time, and as men, we would be lying to ourselves to say that could be a worry or a fear at times, even believe in God. So that can be a war. Like, what do you do? Do I take the shot or do I take the test every week? Am I really gonna buck up and leave my job if I have to? That could be a
Yeah.
win because it's pushing you something to pushing you to trust more in God, to trust more and believe in yourself, to believe that now is the time for you to create that business. All the practice you've had at building at home, you might create something for your own. So it can be a win in that way too. It all just depends on how you look at it for you. But that's what's up. I know you're gonna figure out the right thing to do because you're sharp.
Oh yeah, look, it's like I told my wife, look, I'm gonna do the best thing is best suitable for me and my family, but at the same time, I gotta think of what's best for me. And at the end of the day, it's like, hey, like I love my job, I love what I do, but at the same time, if they feel like that this situation that's going on is more important to my livelihood, that I see it's more important to them. I am. Like I prioritize my job. Like, look, I took my wife to the hospital yesterday because she had kidney stones. My first thing after taking her home was like, hey, I need to get back to work. That's my first thing to myself is like, I need to get back to work. But at the same time, work's sitting here telling me, hey, you need to go get a shot or you need to go get tested. I don't think they prioritize the priority of what's in situation to me.
I completely understand that. I completely understand that. You definitely have to prioritize what's more important to you.
Yeah,
Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging it into your router. Maybe my connection is giving you a bad connection. Oh, there we go. I'm back.
nah, it's probably my weak ass shit right now, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, I'm gonna shit. Sorry, Smith.
Yes,
I just make sure you're paying attention there.
I am. Last thing you
Hey,
said was it was your weak ass internet shit. I was responding to a person that had sent me a text message while at the same time I was listening to you because the last thing that you were talking about the importance of your wife and things and about making a decision or what you was gonna do at your job and telling your wife that you was gonna make the best decision for your family. I was listening to you. I heard you.
yeah. Hey, I like truly in my mind the best for us, and sometimes my wife even told me it's like, hey, if they're not going to support you in the like Home Depot gave you option, like, hey, we're gonna either get tested once a week and or get the shot. If Home Depot is not going to support you with the test once a week, then you need to start seeking out opportunities. I would say that my biggest worry would be that. I mean, I want to support my wife. I want to support my family. I love what I do. I love what I do.
Well, then you have to ask yourself. I mean, here's
Sorry.
the thing. I guess it's not a problem. I guess it's not a problem until it's really a problem, unless you know for sure it's coming down to the point to where they're saying you're going to either have to take the shot or you won't be able to be employed here unless you're taking a test every week that you're paying for. If you know that's what it's coming to, and you don't want either of those options, A or B, then yeah, you need to start looking for employment or other ways to make an income to support your family. And then if I was you in doing so, I wouldn't just up and quit my job. I would ride it out to the very last minute. They would literally have to fire me so I can get my unemployment, whatever I deserve to get, while I'm still buying myself time. That's what I would do.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely understand that. I would never just up and quit. But at the same time, uh, like I can guarantee you this hands down. With my worth ethic, I can find a job that I need to find to be able to get me where I need to be. But it's the same, like I don't know, I'm a committed person, man. Like I love, again, I love what I do, and I feel like Home Depot is going to do the right thing for its associates. Right now, it's just like a hearsay thing.
Well, then
Uh,
if it's a hearsay there's thing, then it's nothing that you can worry about. But it's like also I understand the things that I hear from our illustrious government is putting pressure on big corporations to force their people to take the vaccine. So the government is not
exactly.
doing it themselves. They're not mandating themselves. They're mandating against, against big corporations and talking probably about, I'm not 100% sure, but probably talking about penalizing them in some financial type of way if you don't get your people to comply.
I agree with that. Initially, like,
I'm gonna have to kick you off and bring you back on. Yeah, I really hope that what he going through ain't part of my internet. It's something that he going through. But we gonna see. He right back here, and then we gonna attempt to get this conversation going with you. Okay, that's good to know, Fairjohn. What's going on, sir? And FJ, we appreciate you. How's you going? Whiskey Charlie, is you back? Whiskey Charlie. Okay. So we're gonna continue to go ahead and get into this. And you heard what me and Whiskey Charlie was talking about. Well, he himself was kicked out. Was talking about and the dilemmas that he may be currently going through. And sometimes we can find ourselves in some of those type of dilemmas too, where you have to make a choice about what you're gonna do. Us being guys that served in the army, we see what the guys are going through right now. Guys are getting out of the military, having to make a decision of whether or not they're gonna take the shot or not. Whether they're for it or against it, maybe that doesn't even matter. It's just the fact that they're being forced to do something that they're not cool with. And I get it. You signed a contract, but you probably didn't read the fine detail where, your body doesn't belong to you. You belong to the United States government. And that's the part that they don't tell you about. That's the part that you really don't know until you win it. Unfortunately, big corporations are beginning to do the same thing. We don't read the fine print. We just go after I gotta have the job, the flashy thing, just needing something right now. So it's pretty interesting, man. Well, devices not connected. Yeah, he'll be back when he can come back, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into that. So again, welcome and thank y'all for tuning in. And it's good to see you again. And 1 minute win, 1 minute war for me. I was telling my wife earlier that I don't really have anything that I'm warring with. I have some things that I'm going through, but I know what I need to do and what I'm supposed to do. Now it's all about doing it. That's it. It's nothing more. It's nothing less. I know what I need to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. Now it's all about doing it. So I'm not really warring with that thing. I'm actually excited and ready to begin that thing. But I'm also looking at the point of pacing myself and not letting the thing be overwhelming. So not really warring with nothing too serious. My win is I'm making decisions for I'm making better decisions for me and my family when it comes to the family that I was born into and the one that I was created, and I mean that respectfully, but I'm making better decisions for me, holding myself truly responsible for being the man that God is calling me to be. So it's a very interesting thing. The 1 minute win, 1 minute war for me. I don't really have anything I'm warring with, but I'm winning on the opposite end of continuing to begin anew every day. So anyhow, what do I have to say? What's going on in the current event world today? So I was checking something out in the current events, and they talked about Whiskey Charlie back. Whiskey Charlie, you back? Whiskey Charlie, if you can hear me, wave.
Hey.
Okay, I guess that means you can hear me. What's happening, man? All right, so I'm getting into what's going on, bro?
It's my nephew.
Huh?
It's my nephew.
Hey, what's happening? So we getting into current events and talking about what's going on in the world today and some things that I seen coming my way before I get into the topic today. But current events. Before I go any further today, man, because I've been talking about a lot of things. But before I go any further today, I want to send a shout out. It's 15-year anniversary of some fellow soldiers that we lost in Iraq in 06. Mahia, Algram, and Vollmer. So I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but I wanted to make sure I recognize that before we go any further today. But what was I talking about? Some current events. So it was a cargo boat accident that killed 83 people. And oh man, I forgot what area that was in. It was in Madagascar. It was a cargo boat accident that killed 83 people in Madagascar, right? And upon the search and rescue team sending out like 12 helicopters, one of the helicopters crashed. We're sending out several helicopters. One of the helicopters crashed. Listen, though, the general in the helicopter swam 12 miles. No. He swam for 12 hours to get to shore, bro. How crazy is that?
I do that on a regular basis, Big Sarge.
Please, you ain't swimming 12 seconds or 12 minutes. You're not even in the shower for 12 minutes.
Hey, Big Sarge, you know what's funny about that? Hey, my brother-in-law, which is Navy, he's sitting here laughing at me when I told him I was going to swim 12 miles.
Yeah. Not even 12 miles.
Don't swim no damn 12 hours.
Yeah. This dude swam for 12 hours to get to shore. Crazy. Listen, I'd have drowned in the first 12 seconds, 1200th of a second. Huh?
I said it's amazing what you can do when your life depends on it.
Oh, absolutely right. Absolutely right. That is true indeed. He probably swam, floated, and then if he was a search and rescue pilot, he definitely understood some techniques that the average person don't know.
I was actually part of search and rescue whenever I was in the Navy.
Nice.
So I know exactly how he was able to accomplish 12 hours.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You have to have a calm mind in order to do that. Training has to definitely be a part of your life.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different swimming techniques that you do for search and rescue, and there's periodic breaks like you do your prone floats and stuff like that. But the type of training that goes into search and rescue, it makes it to where you can literally swim all day long if you need to.
Nice. What? That's pretty interesting. Never know what you need until you need it.
I'm just gonna scream for help.
Yeah. And in about 12 seconds, you'll be swallowing plenty of water where nobody will hear you.
I tell you, if you don't know the training for search and rescue, and you fall overboard on a ship, you might as well just slit your wrist and get them sharks to come get you sooner. Because on a Navy ship, they're not gonna find you.
That's like when I went on a cruise ship. I was standing outside by the balcony at night. I was like, if I fall over here, nobody gonna even hear me scream. That's it. By the time they recognize it's over.
Yep.
Yeah. First you break your face on the water, and then you fish food. You don't even know.
I'm just gonna scream rape as I'm falling. Help me, Lord Jesus! Rape, rape. Water's got me.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, throw the lifeboat, please. If you ain't never done nothing else.
Oh no.
Hey, we got old Faust, old Chris Faust on the scene. He said Justin can't walk 12 at this point, let alone swim 12.
Hey, leave me out of this conversation. We're talking about semen.
Yeah. So man, I thought that was pretty interesting, man. This dude, swam for 12 hours to get to shore. I don't know what happened to the other people that might have been on that helicopter, but at least he made it back to where he was going. Also, and I guess sadder, crazier news. Ooh, excuse me. There has been a wave of suicides that has hit the Texas National Guard because of its illustrious border mission. So, in other words, Joe don't want to go down south no more. And that seems to be very interesting.
Hey, it's because the money is not worth it.
And here's the other thing. From what I understand, since it's not a federal mission, they don't get the same amount of ramp-up time. Like they're getting like 2-3 days, a week's notice, because this is a state mission. And in state funders is not all the way there. So, pay has been an issue. I don't know how true this is, but, Joe gonna let it know. This was on the Army Times. Yeah, this is by way of the Army Times. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But it sucks that people are losing their are taking their life because they don't know what to do, with all that they're going through. So that part sucked, man. Especially during this time of year, holiday year. You're looking for some other things to be happy about, and then you have to deal with that. We all go through something ugly, but to be spun up and go on a mission, we know what that's like. But to just happen in a couple days, couple nights, especially around this holiday time for young soldiers, yeah, I guess some of them do kind of lose their mind. No, that is not a federal mission for the border mission for the Texas National Guard, nor the State Guard, because the State Guard is all volunteer, and they are spinning up the State Guard as well to work down on the border. I think Texas, according to the Army Times, Texas has 6,500 troops on this border mission. What the name of it is. I forgot. But anyhow, I didn't want to get too deep into that. I just wanted to share with you a little bit of fun facts, a little bit of current events of what's going on in the world to keep you up to speed, to give you what you need, the old guys. What you mean? Oh, yeah, you talking about the State Guard? Yeah, those that, well, from what man, the guy that I know that's in the State Guard is originally from, I want to say Switzerland. I'm not for sure. I don't remember. But he's a geologist. He's a younger guy, pretty fit and in shape. And he said the State Guard is changing. The actual commander of the State Guard is a former SF guy. So, hey, man, you never know, man. Politically, things could be happening different for the Texas State Guard. It's all volunteer. So If you still want to get your hood on and you don't want to take a PT test, Texas State Guard is the place for you. Just volunteer. You can sign up, go down to the border for the weekend, go down there, tear some stuff up or get tore up, and then go back to the house. Texas State Guard is all volunteer. So you get to do it how you want to, man. There you go. My buddy's always recruiting
That's
me
horrible.
every day at work.
That's horrible to say right there, Big Sarge.
He said get tore up.
Hey, the Navy guy over here saying tear up or get tore up right here.
Yeah.
He's laughing about that.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You either gonna tear up some shit or the cartel gonna tear you up. So we need to tear up and get tore up.
Oh, you brought lube.
I hope so, because that's what you're going through. Hey, Faust said if you go, he'll go.
Hey, fuck that shit. I ain't going nowhere except for my casa. Fuck that. Look, I watch him from my house.
What about the greatest country in the world? Texas needs you right now.
I say, look, if Texas asks me, I may have to do it.
9 of his bitches.
Hey, it's Texas and 49 of his bitches.
Now that'll be crazy. I don't think they would.
Keep that again.
I wondered that if and only way other National Guard troops would be able to work Texas borders if it was a federally funded mission, and that means the border would have to really be out of hand at that point in time. I don't think that's gonna happen.
God damn it. Hey, Big Sarge, this shit's blocking the fuck out of me.
What is?
I can barely hear you.
I don't know what's going on. I can hear you crystal clear, brother. If you
I think it's because I said the F-bomb.
Thumbs up if you can hear me pretty good out there. Faust, FJ, Piper. If you out there, give me a thumbs up. Tim, somebody out there, let me know that you can hear me, or is it I'm all screwed up? All right, I guess Whiskey Charlie said he'll be back. We'll see. Thank you, Faust. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, FJ. I appreciate you, brother, for the good roll call real quick receiving the report. I appreciate you, brother. All right, so while I'm waiting on Whiskey Charlie to come back, if he come back, where we was at, we were talking about the Texas National Guard and the suicides and the things that's been kind of happening, what's going on with that. And where I really wanted to go with that is what I put in the title today is don't be complacent. Don't get complacent. And complacency is something that I bet you this Whiskey Charlie texted me. Excuse me. I gotta let that go. Don't have nothing to do with the show. So getting complacent is where I wanted to go with this today. And before I get that way, I was talking about earlier the 15-year anniversary of celebration for the 3 soldiers and our 1 interpreter, Jimmy, that we lost on this day. So I wanted to, celebrate those guys in that way. And special shout out to their family. I never had the opportunity, well, besides Vollmer's mom, I met her and had the opportunity to talk to her a time or two through Facebook. But the other guys, not so much. But I also want to just, send my respect, pay my condolences to all our hooligan brothers out there, for Vollmer's family, for Mejia's family, for Algram's family, Schilling's family, Belmont, B, and the list just feel like it goes on. Shank is so many of us now. But for those three guys in particular today, so I want to send a special thank you that way to the family, the guys that I serve with. Love you. We miss you, brothers. And, we just keep on doing what we do. What we have to do is be a good representation of what they've been through. It's one of the things that we often talked about during that mission, not getting complacent, not hanging your hats on your victory. You know what I'm saying? Not hanging your hats on your victory and not knowing that death could be right around the corner. I remember the mission so much because it was a mission that my squad was supposed to be on, but we got stood down for the simple fact that the mission that we was on the day prior stayed out so late on the IED waiting on EOD. It's the only thing that stopped me from being on that mission. That was it. That was a mission that we were supposed to be on, but we wasn't on. So you never really have an idea how things gonna happen out for you. But that was something that our leadership would often say: don't get complacent, don't get complacent. And I really just figured, don't be chilling, don't get unaware of yourself. But no, don't get so high on your small victories that you forget that death is right around the corner for you. Don't get so full of yourself. Don't get to smelling yourself so much. Don't get caught up on all the victories that you don't see, that a defeat 9 times out of 10 can be right around the corner, and it can be detrimental to what you do. Don't get so caught up on the steak and potatoes taste so good that a heart attack could be right around the corner. Don't get so caught up on the alcohol make you feel so free and relaxed from the problems and the worries of the world that, liver and cancer could be right around the corner because it feel good. So don't get complacent. Don't get so caught up. Don't get so caught up. Okay, cool. Let me go back to where I was at. To be complacent, marked by self-satisfaction, especially when accompanied by unawareness of actual dangers or deficiencies. Self-satisfaction, what we eat, what we talk to, who we hang with, what we do. When I think about the guys that I mentioned who we lost today, they passed away doing a job to the best of their abilities. You know what I'm saying? To the best of their abilities. It wasn't no complacency out on that mission that day because the number of people lost their lives that day. But sometimes we take for life for granted when we just feel like tomorrow is it. I'm already talking about what I'm going to be doing in 2022 when I don't even know if 2022 is going to be true for me. We hope so. We expect it to be. But we hang our hats on a Christmas tree. I can look over at my Christmas tree and you can see the gifts that's under there or not under there, the things that you do. And you talk about, look at me and how I do. You get complacent not knowing that disaster could be right around the corner for you. We don't know what they're going to do. Whiskey Charlie was just talking about what he's going through with his job and coronavirus too. Omicron outbreak, his virus is breaking out. What's going on? What you going to do? Are you being complacent too? Are you letting small victories distract you? Don't get me wrong. You got to celebrate them too. But don't let them distract you from you forgetting what the mission is for what you're supposed to do. Marked by self-satisfaction, to be complacent. Complacent, marked by self-satisfaction, especially when accompanied by unawareness of actual dangers or deficiencies. You feel like you're killing the game and you don't know what may be happening around you. So you always be looking to get better for you. That's what we have to do. What is a complacent person? Please, especially with one's self or one's merits, advantages, situations, often without awareness of some potential danger or deficit or defect, self-satisfied. Come on, man. When I look at complacency, I look at, I look at social media. You feel like you're killing the game. Like when I first started out, I was getting like, oh man, I got 20 views on my YouTube. You know what I'm saying? This is when I first started out years ago. Follow me here. Or when you maxing the PT test, you feel like you're killing the game because you had a little victory. So you unaware, you know what I'm saying, of what feels like defeat when ain't nobody looking at your social media videos, when everybody is maxing the PT test and you just the average person anymore. So you didn't see that little defeat coming around the corner, but you got comfortable. You got comfortable. During that same time that we lost the guys that we lost, Mahia Algram and Vollmer, it was a time that the 3rd ID Infantry replaced us, was taking over our battle zone. They got complacent too. They came in with their little Bradleys. They had a little few victories down in our battle space, but they came down to the POC one day, and we told them, this ain't an area for like that for playing. You need to be sitting down and close your hatch. But they ain't want to listen to us. So we was nasty girls, they say. National Guard from Michigan that time, representing that way. Echo Company 125 hooligans. But anyhow, they didn't want to listen to what we had to say because they had a little couple of victories in other parts of Iraq. And this was 04, 03, how they used to do, how they came in Ramadi 2. But this was 06, and it was a new battle space. It was 07. It was a whole new different way. It was IEDs and EFPs, and it was dirt road. Please get you some of these. And that's what happened to the 3rd ID. And they was getting handled left and right before we left up out of there because they let the complacency get to them. And they had a lot of deaths too. But you don't have to let the complacency get to you. You have to figure out what you want to do. If it all ended today, do you feel like you lived the life that you wanted to live? The guys that gave their life in service on this day 15 years ago, if you probably asked them if they knew, they probably would have been satisfied with where they was at up until that point in life of that day, because they were serving for over, I think 60-70% of the guys on that mission was volunteers for that mission anyway. So if it ended all today for you, where would you be? Did you live your life in complacency too, or did you grow for you? Let me switch back to this camera and see what you might be saying to me. My wife tell me when ain't nobody talking to me, that's how you know they listening to you. I was reading my notes page. I see to come back and talk, see if I had to talk to you. Check my my chat box. See if you're saying anything to me. But have you ever found yourself in complacency? I know I have. I found myself in complacency looking at the small victories of the people that's following me or the people that's moved by me, not knowing that God got so much more to do with me, but I use other things to distract me too. I'm on a mission this next year. God give me life to present the best version of me to you. And I'm going to do that in complete sobriety. What does that mean for me? That means nothing. No beer, no alcohol, no liquor, no CBD, no medicines for me. I'm going to figure out a way to do this naturally. Because if I look back on my life, I think I was introduced to alcohol at a very young age, see? And I don't know what it's like sometimes to just truly be free naturally. So that's what I'm going to do for me. That's how I'm going to begin to be the best version of me for you. That's what NCO is supposed to do. They supposed to lead the way. It makes me think about the EIB and the CIB. It makes me think about the EIB and the CIB. Some of these things you have to do alone. It was just me and Whiskey Charlie, but he keeps breaking up on his phone, so I have to do this on my own. It's like the EIB versus the CIB. Like in the CIB, you can find yourself more in the stages of complacency. But in the EIB, complacency could get you killed because defeat could be right around the next corner. What do I mean? Let me break this down for y'all who don't get it. And this is no disrespect to the EIB nor the CIB. So if I make a mistake, make sure that you correct me. Don't check me, but correct me. Big Sarge can make a mistake too. Don't have an EIB, have a CIB. FJ, let me read that. EIB, CIB is where we at. And whew, thank you, Holy Spirit. So I'll chop it up with you. My current war is my mom has been hospitalized for 3 weeks. Luckily, her support system is in place. Back home is rock solid. Also, around this time is when I OC'd you guys for your move to Egypt in 2014. What month is this? December. Moved to Egypt 2014. Yes, I should have been at Camp Swift in Bastrop. Yeah, got it. Cool. There. So, shortly a few days after my younger brother, holy shit. Wow. Sorry to hear that, brother. That's whew. That's a heavy one, man. This time of the year is a very interesting time, and a buddy of mine was doing a play the other day. I think it was this past Friday. Yeah, because tomorrow is Friday. So this past Friday at my Toastmasters place, and he did a speech called Christmas. Crap. What was it? It'll come to me in a second. Swift prayers, Zach. Thanks, Faust, for sending those prayers up. Yeah, man, that definitely. And I have so much, but he called it Christmas in Nirvana. Nirvana being this amazing, triumphant, beautiful thing. And he was talking about opening presents and the joy that it brings and the Christmas caroling and all these other interesting things. But then he went into this story about having to check his mother in a hospice and having a in-law who was probably not going to make it through this past weekend, and how all the invites are coming and the holiday festivities is about to begin, and not knowing what someone else is going through because they don't show that to you. And we sometimes get so lost in the small victories, we don't see the defeats that be right around the corner, what somebody else is going through, because we often get caught up in what we do. Like this day, although I may send prayers up and shout out their way to the 3 guys we lost, it changed somebody's family forever. It changed somebody's family forever. Like complacency is not just in the physical death for guys that they would tell us that when we was in Iraq. So we would always be watching our back to stay on top of our game. Like complacency is not just a physical death, but it's a mental death and a spiritual death sometimes too. Most of the time we see it in a physical death, how our bodies look to us and how we react to the new vision too. We just call ourselves old and talk about the things that we can't do. No, you can still do everything, just not as good as you used to. We got complacent on what we used to do. Like in the military, it forced you to continue to work out to get better if you wanted to grow in the military and what you do. But when we got out, nobody was there to push you. So you kind of held on to your small victories, not knowing that gravity was right around the corner for you. I'm just talking complacency today. And my question for you, and I know I'll go back to EIB, CIB, and my question for you is, if today was the last day, are you exactly where you wanted to be, where you believe you should be, what he's seen for you? So when I say EIB, Faust say so true. Thank you, brother. When I say EIB, CIB, with the CIB, you had the opportunity more so to experience complacency. As a team, you get on your small victory, you get hit with an IED, like something I did, you react to contact, you do your 525s, you get a nice PID, you do your react to contact, and everybody, the broke down vehicle is secure and pulled away. Maybe that was that was your good day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now y'all all high fiving, everybody's still alive. You talking good about what you did and you handled them that day, and you have a couple more firefights that go your way. But then about a month down the line, you have something that hits you that blows your mind because you thought you was just gonna win all the time. You didn't got a little bit too comfortable. You got a little bit too comfortable. And in life, sometimes we don't do things to challenge ourselves. We get jobs that take care of us, that provide for us, and we got comfortable, not knowing that coronavirus could be right around the corner. And now they asking you to do something that you don't want to do. In your CIB, a firefight could break out and it's fire, so it's shooting all over the place. And you want to make sure that you got the right target so you don't have no battlefield casualties, because then that could be bad for you. But with an EIB, everything that you do is accountable to you. An EIB, an expert infantryman's badge. That's something that you have to do on your own. That's something that you have to do all alone. You can't get complacent and hang your hat on your last victory because it's back to back with the EIB. You do the 12-mile ruck march and you do the PT test and the weapons qual at different times. But then you have other stuff that challenges your mind. The breakdown of a weapons, all the infantry weapons, the M9, the M16, the 50 cal, the Mark 19. You got to do a functions check. You got to take it all apart and put the parts into certain bring it back to my memory, but you have to put the parts together. It goes so many parts together with certain weapons or whatever, right? So you have to do all these expert things at an expert level, and you only get one or two opportunities to fail at these things before you could protest and move on, right? It's almost like going to college and going after your doctorate degree or probably or something like that. But anyhow, you have to do this by yourself. There is no time to go back to your room and kick your feet up and be like, yo, I aced that PT test. I'm just finna chill, because right around a block, it's going to be another test that stresses you, that makes sure when you do the land nav that you got it down to the exact grid, to make sure that when you do the functions check, with the saw, that you have an underhand grip, not an overhand grip. Like, it's so many things that you have to see that won't allow you to be complacent for you. But with the CIB, you more so to do it in a group setting, and in a group setting, it's easy to celebrate. Y'all missed that. See, I get it. In the Army, everything we do is a battle buddy team. That's for fighting. That's for defending. In a group setting, it's easier to celebrate. But when it's us doing it on our own, we want to celebrate for too long. We want to celebrate the things that doesn't mean anything anymore. That's what we talk about, what we used to be, what we used to see. And when you do that, that's when you get caught up in complacency and you find yourself doing the same routine. Imagine if we did the same old thing in Iraq from 03 to 04 to 04 to 08. We would have lost way more lives that day. When I went there in 06, you was riding around with Chuka shield on your doors. You had rhinos in front of your vehicle and things like that. They adjusted to that. When I went back in 09, you had 1151 Humvees, you had MRAPs, you had ASVs, you had so many different things to your disposal that you could use at that time, because they had to stretch and do things to not stay in the same mindset of the victory that they had the time before. I know you with me. If you get stuck consistently on the things that you did before and where we used to be, then we won't see where we need to go. You have to sometimes learn to serve others to see the direction that your life may be headed. It's something that calls to you. Everything that I did allowed me to be around people. It was something that it just gave me an energy. But now me doing what I'm called to do don't allow me to get too complacent for you, because it's like Jesus had to do. He had to give you fresh manna too. Sometimes when you get complacent, you find yourself getting in your feelings too, and they get in the way of you being the best version of you. Because you get hung up on the victories that you used to do. That's why we follow the high school, the college, the NFL players, and we talk about the same time too. We hung up on what they used to do. They love victories, but we don't see the defeat of the Cowboys or the Lions never making the Super Bowl too. That's a 3-1 for you. That's for my Texas, Michigan crew. So what are you going to do? How are you go about getting everything? By serving others that you want for you. When will you do it? When will you start removing things from your life that's stopping you from getting the best version of you? When was the last time you've been sober for you? Whatever that is you need to give up for you. Maybe it ain't weed, maybe it ain't alcohol, maybe it ain't CBD, maybe it's not prescription drugs, maybe it's something in the religious setting, maybe it's something in the political setting, maybe it's some things that you need to give up to find the best version of you, maybe it's some things that you do that have you a little bit complacent too, maybe it's some things that you do that have you stuck and not being able to find a new you. I know they want us to stay in a place what we used to be, what we used to see, but I'm here to tell you, he here to set you free. But you can't get stuck in the complacency. Why is it important to you, though? Why is it important to you? I'll chime in on this one. EIB is standard based for performing and identifying various tasks, utilizing weapon system and physical standards. Facts. CIB is muscle memory, utilizing the same principles as the EIB under direct engagement. Push through the objective. Facts. Absolutely. Standard base for performing and identifying various tasks. EIB means you actually can do your job, maybe more so in an academic setting, follow the steps and procedures. CIB, if you did the training properly, should be muscle memory. I put it to you like this to you. Every firefight that I've ever been through, I cannot remember the time, and I'm being honest with you, where I've gotten out of the vehicle, rotated my selector lever switch from safe to semi, scan my lane, and start taking appropriate action, and to the point where I rotated my selector lever back from semi to safe and got in a Humvee and we was riding away. I do not remember those times that happened at any time during my firefight, but it happened every single time. So definitely CIB is muscle memory. EIB, it eluded me because a 12-mile ruck march, I let it beat me. So yes, I agree. I agrees. Not that you needed me to, but I do with you. So why is it important to you not to celebrate the small victories, but don't get stuck? Always looking to move one step ahead. It's like being in the army. You should always know the job two grades above you, 2 above and 2 below. Definitely know 2 below, because which is where you come from. 2 above is where you want to get to. So why is it important to you? Because the things that you do is going to leave a roadmap for somebody else too, whether that be positive or negative. It's something that you do. So the things that you do is going to leave a roadmap for somebody else too. So it's important for you to not get stuck for where they want you to be, for you to continue to grow for the visions that you have and that you see. Celebrate the small victories. That is definitely true. I've seen people crying after they got through going through what they went through to obtain an EIB. I didn't see a lot of people have that type of joy when they got the CIB. It was more of an adrenaline rush of a junkie, pumped up like a warrior type energy. But the EIB was a different type of energy. It was a grateful gratitude, the pain and the hurt and the studying they had been through. So I've seen it in both ways. But it's all about why it's important to you, why you're going to go through what you're going to go through, so complacency don't get you. And who life will it change when you do it too? Who life will it change when you keep on seeking out the best version of you? Think about the legacies that you'll leave behind you, the children that you have coming after you, the grandchildren that you'll have. That's what I think about when I think about going completely free, being sober, and discovering a different version of me, truly learning me. Not that it's anything wrong with alcohol, CBD, or weed, or whatever you do that works for you. Don't get too much of the prescription drugs. That will destroy you. Push through the objective. That'll destroy you. But whatever you do, don't get too much of the religion without getting a relationship. That'll hurt you too. Overindulgence of anything can kill you. Overindulgence of me too will get on your nerves if you allow it to. That's what big sergeants do. But no, in all seriously, who life will it change when you find the best version of you by not allowing yourself to get placed in what you see and what you do? Always setting goals that's going to stretch you. You know how it goes. It's about to be 2022. You're going to hear people talking about their New Year's resolutions. If the gym open, they're going to turn up. They're going to show up. They're going to blow up. You're going to have friends talking about what they're going to do. Heck, you might be doing the same thing too. I might say the same thing to you. But the proof is in the pudding for what you do for you. You going to let the complacency, small victories get you, or you going to set the goals that's going to show you how to become the best version of you. That's what I'm hoping you do. That's what I know you can do. Now, what I'm going to help you do, that's what Big Sarge do. We push through, as Faust say. Push through the objective. If you ain't living what you figure is the best version of your own life, then you need to be pushing through the objective every day and every night until you get it right. That's what I employ you to do. That's it. That's all I got for you. I want to say thank you for tuning in once again, my friends. I am going to go chill out with my wife, and I'm going to get up early at 4:30 or something, you see. But this is an early night to bed for me, and I thank you for tuning in. And shout out to Whiskey Charlie. Thank you for coming our way, even though the internet wasn't going your way today. We appreciate you anyway. Don't let the complacency get you. You can definitely make it through. Shout out to the hooligan crew, all our brothers. Shout out, man. Love y'all in a whole different type of way, because it's a bond that can never be broken, regardless to what anybody says. So shout out to the hooligan brothers, man. Keep y'all head high. Great things that we were able to do. Shout out to my Bravo Bulldog brothers and anybody else that I serve with, my Chaos brothers from Charlie Troop. I may not have rocked with everybody, but you know who we was. You know what we do. You know how the 2-1 get down to. You know what we was up to, but that's a whole nother thing. But anyhow, it's been Grunt Speak. Speak, Grunt. We come to you. We speak. We hope you speak too. And I see you've been speaking more in the chat, and that's what we expect you to do, because we want to get that love and that energy right back, and we continue to help each other through. So I thank you, FJ, Faust, Piper, Tim. Yeah, let me make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Whiskey, Charlie, and that's all of them. But I thank y'all for tuning in today, for sharing this video too. And if you didn't, make sure you share the video too. And all thing I need you to do is go to YouTube and go to the Speak Grunt page and click subscribe and a little belly thing, so you can see the new video is posted on Sunday. Hey, that's all I got to say. Good night, good day, peace. It was nice to see you too, Faust. Take it easy, brother.